Do you agree with it? What are your own views? Can somebody say, what do you believe is a personality test? Can one candidate explain that to me? Will any candidate please switch on your microphone and tell me what do you expect this to be a personality test? Because I'm making it for simple for you. And then tomorrow you will say, sir, aapne to itna simple kiya, mujhe it's so difficult for me. So let any candidate tell me what is their own expectation of it.
Sir, many of them, not even a single student, have attended the mock interviews even. They have attended
Doesn't
for the
matter.
first time.
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
The commission already have said in Gazette what do they expect. And
So
you
the
must have brought
actual
to their
who you
notice.
are.
Yes, please.
So the actual who you are in real, like how much you're confident and how can you able to handle anything.
Absolutely, that's what I said. And that's what a bureaucrat do. What does a bureaucrat do? That he collect all the information, which you have been doing for last 1 to 3 years in personality from the day you start going to school. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Some of you went to a good school, you learned speaking, you learned debating, you make friends, you abused in the class, and all kinds of scenarios you have seen. And by the time come to the 12th standard, you're already 18, 19. So you're a mature boy, voting right is with you. And you remember that teachers will also discuss with you certain issues which are grappling with the country. And then when you come to the university 3 years, the sky is the limit. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
The second point I said that you are interacting with these 5 people who are very experienced. Now, the difference, what is the difference? That senior people would be able to clearly differentiate between what are you and what are you trying to show to. So the truth is that you should show what you are. You should never try to pose or bluff. Never try to say what you are not. Because these people have lived their lives and met in their 30 years of career or 40 years of career in number of people. You remember? So the benchmark, the point in benchmark for you in this is be confident, don't be scared, because your knowledge base is very large. If somebody says you have qualified your mains without studying, I don't agree. My hats off to all of you that you qualify both prelim and main. So your knowledge base is fantastic, very good. All that you have to recall in your minds and formulate your point of view on the topics based on your knowledge base, which is available. Is that right for you?
Yes.
Right, sir.
That would mean, for example, if X of you is going for interview, the chairman only wants to know that if you come from Tamil Nadu and you come to Delhi, how did you come? If that's a simple question asked him. It's a very simple question. The whole idea, he wants to make you comfortable with the board. Is that correct? Now, when you have been made comfortable with the board, they'll ask you a very simple question. They'll repeat what have been written, your information which you're given. Sometimes chairman can say, okay, you went to this university, you have this degree. For example, if you are an engineer, many a time, many people tell you that you have done a crime, that an engineer, why are you coming for civil service? There's no crime. Is there a crime? Because civil service rules only permits any graduates to appear it. Law of land says that if you are a graduate, you are permitted to appear. So there's nothing wrong about it. So don't be on a back foot. If you are a graduate, which is professional graduate, a doctor or an engineer or an MBA, why should you be on a back foot? You understand that? Because the UPSC permits all graduates to appear. The only question left to you that if you are an engineer, what motivates you to come to civil service? So that is what you have to explain. And that must be explained in all kinds of honesty. If you are coming to Now, if you say that you want to come and make lives of people, I think you know that this country is free for 1947 we became free. And since 47 till now, we are in 92. How many years have passed? We are on Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. That means 75 years has already been elapsed. And still people keep on telling that we have not been too successful in many things. So don't try to take a line. Hello?
Please switch on your video. Everyone please switch on you.
Please don't do a crosstalk. You can talk to me. I'll answer all your queries. Actually, I'm trying to make your life very simple. Once your fears are gone,
Sir, your microphone got
Sir, your
muted.
microphone off.
yeah. The only thing which I'm trying to tell you, don't fear. And most of the candidates who are fearing, they don't do well at all. There's nothing to be feared about. Is that right? And
Yes,
that's
sir.
what I'm trying to simulate your condition. You are a person sitting there, you are talking to 4 or 5 people. Don't lie. Don't pretend. Be what you are, number one. Is that correct? Now, most of the time, candidate also ask me this question, sir, how does the gestures influence the board? Nothing influences the board. You can't change your gesture. You can't become Bajpayee ji or Modi ji today. Your personality has been built over 20 years of life, 21 years of life, or 22 years of life. If you have gestures of using hand, you can. But you try to put your hands like this all the time, you make a fool of yourself. So be normal. Dress well. There's no dress code written. But there are decency in which when you meet 5 very senior people, you have to be dressed formally. So it's a formal interview, formal interaction with the board. And board consists of very senior people. So when you go to the board, be formally dressed. Now, formal definitions can vary. Somebody think wearing a suit and tie is a formal dress. Now, you are in the month of May, June in Delhi. It's quite warm. You are coming in April. It starts setting in warm. If you're comfortable in suit, you can wear suit. If you're not comfortable, you can come in a good shirt, but not in t-shirt. You cannot come in chappals because that's not a formal dress. As a girl, you can wear sari and you can wear suit. You can also wear a western dress. Nobody stops you. But it can't be torn, it can't be dirty, you can't be shabbily looking. Because that's not a human behavior of a bureaucrat. A bureaucrat is a presentable person and he interacts with society and seniors and the juniors. And therefore, all that you can draw a possibility that you must be a reasonably well-dressed, formally presentable. Is that answers that question?
Yes, sir.
Because most of the time you ask me this question. Is this question clear to all of you now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
The
sir. Yes,
second is the gesture issue. Any question on this?
No, sir, it's clear. It's clear.
The second is on gestures, I told you. Now, you are a student. You have learned over the years. Now, if today you said that you smile all the time, can you smile? If your gait is such that you really can't smile, you really don't force yourself to smile. Be normal. If somebody asks me that while taking photo, smile, I can't show my teeth. That's what I am. But somebody can smile very beautifully. So what you are, remain that. Don't believe that if you are not gesturing, so it will influence board. No. Board is influenced by your calmness. Board is influenced by your thinking process. Board is influenced by the way you respond the questions put into you. Certain people have this tendency that before a question ends, you shoot out your answer. It shows two things. Either you have heard that question and therefore you are in anxiety quickly to answer it. वो means में भी होता है that if you look at the question paper, if you know this answer, you try to finish that fast. Please understand, listen the question carefully. The similar question, depending on the tone the person asks. In the question, it will be at least a one-line question. Within this line, where is he focusing? That point you have to pick up. That's crucial. Otherwise, your answer would come on periphery. In that line, there would be 5-6 words. You have to look at where is he emphasizing. So listening very carefully, the question is a must. Do you agree with it? Listen carefully. 5 minutes was per expert. He'll ask you in 5 minutes. I don't think that he'll ask you more than 5 to 6 or 7 questions. He would start maybe with a simple